Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Friday Night Frenzy, the show the players watch. I'm Sam Ali, and happy Friday the 13th to you. I already have an idea for my Halloween costume. I'm going to be the scariest creature on the planet, a teenager without a cell phone. All right, let's begin the action with our game of the week as Negaunee hosted Marquette. After forcing a fumble on the opening kickoff, the Redmen are forced into a fourth down. Brandon Caskey airs it out to the end zone. Drew Duchesne comes with the one-handed pick in the end zone. The Miners get the ball back. Then on second down near the Negaunee 36, Jason Waterman takes the ball towards the far sideline, and he's got some running room. Past midfield, he is on a mission until he is knocked out of bounds just inside the 20-yard line. And then, 2 plays later, Waterman from the 1-yard line dives into the end zone, waiting for the signal from the refs. He gets up and they say, it's good. Plus the extra point, and Negaunee is up 7-0, and Waterman is fired up. Marquette would be forced into another fourth down situation. Caskey to the far corner of the end zone, and it's batted away. Waterman and Duchesne on the play to keep the Redmen off the board. But Marquette would get things going in the second. Caskey from the 26-yard line finds Ethan Martish in the end zone for 6. Extra point is good, and it's now a tie ball game. Negaunee would punt it away, and Marquette would give them a dose of their own medicine. It's Martish with the 75-yard punt return for a touchdown. That made it 14-7, and don't call it an upset as Marquette goes on to win this one 35-18. Let's go to the scoreboards, and a gritty win for Ishpeming as they travel all the way to St. Ignace and knock off the Saints 20-14. The Hematites wrap up the season next Thursday against Gwyn. Back to the highlights. Westwood at home tonight taking on Manistee. First quarter, Patriots hand the ball off to Taylor Delangelo, and he scores from just inside the 5-yard line. Westwood goes up 7-0 early on. A little later, Pats stick with the running attack, and this time it's Ashton Bergman who finds the end zone. It's now 14-0. Westwood leads. We go to the second quarter, and it's more of the same for the Pats. Handoff to Bergman, and he scores. Westwood wins it 44-8 and gets their 7th win of the year, their most since 2009. To the model town we go. Bark River Harris at Gwyn. First quarter, Tucker Taylor takes this one inside the 5. He rumbles in. The ensuing 2-point conversion is good. Gwyn up 8-0 early in this one. To the second now. Austin Forbes will keep it. He can do it on his own. 14-0 Model Towners after a quick and dominant drive. But the Broncos say, not so fast. Ben Schultz fires a pass to Ryan Arndt, who slips a tackle, and he's off to the races for the TD. Bark River Harris goes on to win this one, 28-14. Let's head to Iron Mountain now, as the Mountaineers, they hosted Gladstone. Third quarter, Braves find themselves in a hole on the road until Darren Johnson finds Spencer Husby, who's going to make a few guys miss and go 41 yards to the house. Gladstone survives a huge scare as they come back to beat Iron Mountain 28-12. To the scoreboards as 2 of the best teams in the UP clash tonight, and it was Kingsford getting the best of Menominee 42-21. Escanaba keeps rolling as they top Akanto 21-7. The Flivers and Eskimos will meet in the final game of the regular season next week, and Newberry gets a big home win over Rogers City 42-8. Let's head over to Norway now. The Knights looking for a bounce-back effort against Lakeland and Hubble. First quarter, Knights go to the air. Quick pass from Josh Plant to Michael Wilson. Looks like he's down, but nothing is what it seems in the Central Time Zone. Touchdown Norway as they go up 6-0. We go to the second quarter now. Lakes answer back. Kellen Klein punches it in for 6. They would add 2 to make it an 8-6 lead, but Norway would come back to get the win 21-11. More scores as Trevor Hendrickson scores the go-ahead touchdown midway through the fourth as Calumet tops Gogebic 30-22. West Iron County goes into Hancock and gets the win 30-13 as the Wycons capture the 2017 West Pac Championship. The Hurley Midgets are going to the playoffs for the 20th straight year as they beat Houghton 22-6, and Northland Pines hands Lance their 3rd loss in a row 16-7. Let's get to some 8-man action now. North Central hosting the #1 team in the state, Rapid River, but the Jets don't care about that mumbo jumbo. Hunter Riley fumbles the ball right into the hands of Lucas Dombrowski. Right place at the right time. That made it 6-0 Jets. A little later, Riley, he's going to drop back to pass, and he'll take a deep shot towards the far sideline. Tyler Sundling picks him off, but the Rockets couldn't capitalize on that turnover. So the Jets would take advantage. Riley runs it in for the touchdown, and it was a stunner in 8-man as North Central blasts the #1 ranked team in the state, 36-0. More scores in 8-man as Stevenson gets back in the win column as they topped Kearney Nato 72-6, and it was Forest Park on the road over Ontonagon 52-38. Connor Bordellini, CJ Post, and Evan Hedke each go over 100 yards rushing for the Trojans. That'll do it for me on this edition of Friday Night Frenzy. Don't forget college football tomorrow. Michigan takes on Indiana, and Michigan State faces off against Minnesota. And on Sunday, it's Lions versus Saints and Packers versus Vikings. That game is going to be bad. Best of luck to everyone who signed up for our ABC 10 Rock and Refuel NFL Challenge. All right, I'm heading out. Jimmy Kimmel is next year on ABC 10. From all of us here at the station, have a great night and a great weekend. We'll see you back here on Monday. Bye.